Well, the thing was working really good, and due to a design flaw on the part of not you, yours truly, we had a little episode here with it. So it's funny because this top end of the pattern where we poured all the concrete in, I made the mistake of thinking that these rail spikes were going to just be so firmly concreted into the concrete that they would never move. And the first thing that happened was a couple bent over. But it only happened here on this edge where the concrete could chip out. Funny enough, on the bottom side over here, where the barrel was left intact, it didn't happen at all. These are still firm with no ability to chip out. So, a couple of ideas on our design would be to put something hard here. The other idea was, instead of using a 55-gallon barrel, to try to find a piece of large steel pipe, which would be very expensive and probably hard to procure, and actually weld these spikes into that all the way around. But our design, well, our remedy for this short term is we're going to cut a small piece of rebar, and we're going to just weld a rebar seam that connects all of these right along this line, and just lay it in there, heat it up, bend it over to the ones that it doesn't naturally touch, and reinforce this with some rebar that's welded to keep these spikes on the outside that are bending over from doing so. And we'll have to give you another update as we move along with it. Okay, Harrison's fixing the machine, and I hate that I missed it because he just threw a temper tantrum. But it was real funny, but his rod kept sticking, and he got mad and you know, started throwing stuff. Pretty funny. Anyway, I'll try to catch him again because he throws them pretty regular. First modification's complete. About an hour later, we have cut pieces of rebar, and we've laid them down, and I bent them around with a rock bar around all the ridges and then where it didn't line up and all of that. And we've reinforced everything, and so even these couple that were loose enough to be falling out are now seemingly really solid. We're gonna give it another try and see what happens.